Hey guys, and welcome to another video. So I'm going to be showing you how I made some barbecue pulled pork baked potatoes. And I'm going to start off by piercing some washed potatoes. I scrub these really well under the water, and then I'm just going to poke a few holes in them so they don't explode in the oven. And you can rub these with oil if you want. I did end up spraying some cooking spray on them just to kind of crisp up the skins. But then you just throw them in a 450-degree oven for about an hour. So now I'm going to get started on the little rub thing that I'm going to use on the pulled pork. I started with some paprika and then onion powder and garlic powder. I'm going to add in some seasoned salt, and then I used some ground mustard and some bourbon molasses seasoning. I think it's from McCormick. It's really good. And I'm just going to mix all that together. I'll leave the recipe below what I kind of loosely based it off of. So then I'm just gonna pour that mix onto the pork roast that I have in the crock pot. I poured about half of it on one side, and then I flipped it over, and I'm gonna pour the other half on the other side, just kind of gently tapping it in so it sticks to the meat. Once I got the whole thing covered with the seasoning, I'm gonna top it with a little bit of Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. And then I'm gonna pour about half a can of Dr. Pepper around it, not really over it, just kind of around it in the bottom of the crock pot. I let that cook for 4 hours on high, and then I went in and I was checking to see if it was done. It was done. It wasn't shredding as easily as I wanted it to, so I pulled it out just to see if it would shred easier on a plate, and it really did not shred any easier. So I ended up just taking it in big chunks and putting it back in the slow cooker and letting it go for a little bit longer. I'll think about an hour and a half on high just to let the fibers really break down. So after about an hour and a half back in, I pulled it out and I started to shred it, and it shredded so easily this time. It was literally just falling apart. I did take all the big fat pieces out and set them aside. I cannot stand to eat fat on meat. It's just really gross. And this is what it looked like all back in the juices that it cooked in. I put it back in here for about 20 or 30 minutes just to kind of let it soak up all that flavor. And this is what the potatoes look like when I pulled them out. The skins really did crisp up from that cooking spray. And this is just me assembling my potato. I put some butter, cheese, some of that meat, and a little bit more barbecue sauce, on it, and it turned out super delicious. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I really hope you'll give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more cooking videos.